As Debbie and Carrie continue working on the movie about the early life and career of Carrie's grandmother, others in their vacationing group are dealing with their own personal issues.
Penny, why have you asked us all to meet with you here in this room? You remember when you told me about your being raped when you were very little by your birth mother's boyfriends and clients? Well, I was myself sexually assaulted by a classmate a few years ago. And Bella, you told me about how the uncle of Eric tried to rape you in his cave in Kansas. Yes. But Eric and I fought him off and escaped. Well, imagine if all three of us had been raped or assaulted by a priest. I was raised Catholic, but I have read stories about children being molested by priests, and what was most shocking was that often the Catholic Church would do nothing to stop those pedophiles, instead moving them from one parish to another to enable them to assault more victims. And you can't dismiss this matter as just a few bad apples. I once read that if you have one bad cop surrounded by 10 other cops who don't reject their fellow cop, you really have 11 bad cops. And based on that argument, I have decided to resign from being Catholic as soon as I turn 18. I can't stay in the church, I won't marry in it, and I certainly won't raise my children in it. I won't risk them being sexually abused.
I'm sorry, Bella, but I think Penny is right. The more I think about it, the more I want our kids to be raised in a different religion. There's just something about the very structure of the church that always bothered me, and it's this. How can an institution run by men that are supposed to be celibate supposed to tell married couples like us about being faithful to each other? As an auto mechanic, I wouldn't listen to someone who has never even driven a car, let alone work to repair one.
So you want us both to leave the church too?
Yes, I think that would be best.
Penny, I can't tell you what to believe, but I would be happy to invite all of you to attend my Unitarian Universalist church. We have clergy, but they aren't celibate. We allow you to think freely instead of telling you what to believe. And what are we supposed to tell our relatives who are also in the Catholic Church? Won't they be heartbroken over this?
Penny, I was just outside and heard part of that conversation. Come, walk with me.
All right, Uncle Wayne.
Years ago, I would have found the very idea of anyone in the family quitting the Catholic Church to be unacceptable. The church was the center of our family's lives, and to a degree it still is. But then something happened to force my mind open. Like most others in our small town, I scorned Debbie Smith and Carrie Simpson, their mothers, for being atheists. But one day, Principal Hernandez gave me a report he had made them write for him about their political beliefs. A report that showed me those girls were way more thoughtful and caring than most other teens, even religious ones. It was clear to me that I had misjudged them. As a result of what I read, I came to respect them much more.
Uncle Wayne, I have not become atheist. At least not yet. I just know I can't be Catholic anymore.
I understand. Ultimately, that's between you and God. You have to live your own life. I'm just saying that I will love you no matter what.
Thank you, Uncle. James, Whitney Owen told me about your interest in her. May I ask why? You are only 17 and she is 5 years older. That is way out of your league.
Mother, I try talking to most girls my age about the environment and about political and moral issues, and it's like talking to a brick wall. All they seem to care about is what's happening with their favorite celebrities. That kind of shallow crap always pissed me off. Whitney is enjoyable to talk with because she really seems to care about the issues. Just as you taught me to care. So I can relate to her.
I see. Well, she doesn't need to be your love partner for you and she to work together on issues you both care about. I certainly have no objection to you and her being friends. Just respect each other's personal boundaries and both of you respect my opinions too and all will be well.